over the spectrum. I'm like, okay. I get there, and there are guys, 150 pounder bench pressing like 300 something pounds. He was a senior and he liked to lift, which, you know, big difference, but like, yeah, like they're monsters. And there are guys that they come in and ask, how do I do a deadlift? I'm like, what do you mean?
Right.
But it's a big difference. There are guys that are just, you know, super strong coming in, and, you know, that helps a lot. That'll win you some matches. But then there's guys that are not very strong, but they're just technique-wise really good. They wrestle kind of funky, and they can win matches too. But the best guys were always the ones that they stayed in good position the whole time. They stayed square. They kept moving their feet. They never. I do this too. You know, when you're tired and you go like this, and you're both kind of like that. That'll get you taken down real quick. Especially by the better wrestlers, which you'll see in high school, just not as much. Let's think. Shots on the outside don't really work anymore. Honestly, your best bet if you want to wrestle is work on the clinch. Tie-ups up, and it's all, doesn't matter if you like to throw or shoot. You gotta set up. You come in, you clinch, you work, you throw Russian ties, duck unders. But you'll throw like 2 or 3 of them in a row before you actually take a shot. If you want to get a takedown against a good guy. I mean, that's the biggest thing, setups. Like in high school, I got away with it all the time. You're just moving and eventually just shoot in hard, pull up on a leg, pick it up. That works when you're stronger than most of the guys, but when you get to college, you won't be. You won't be wrestling. When you're a freshman, you won't be wrestling high school freshmen like I did senior year, stuff like that, where yeah, you can wrestle sloppy and win. Other freshmen, I mean, nobody's really going to be like a frog or a toad, turtle, whatever you want to call it.
A reptilian.
A fish. When we were in high school, it was a fish or a pud.
Yeah.
Pud's still around.
Pud's still around. I hear that
some
one.
of them, but even those guys, they can still, like the guys that at college are considered fish. They're not really fish. They're just not as good as some of the other wrestlers. You'll get guys that are big and tall and strong that cut 20 pounds the day before. You'll get guys that are kind of overweight but still real strong, or you know, they look kind of overweight but they're really good technical wrestlers. And this was just D3, so
Yeah.
The little league kind of. I guess it's a lot like wrestling at Adena.
It's the same as here, D3 level versus
there are a lot of
D1.
wrestlers if you have a good coach. We had I think 17 freshmen my first year. That got cut down by half by the end of the year. That's a big thing. Guys will come out and they'll have fun, you know, but I mean, it's a lot of work. We'd wrestle from 3 to 6 just about every day. You know, getting your weight down, working on technique, wrestling live. That was a big thing. In the middle, so you guys have dual meets and, you know, tournaments. Duels in the weekdays, tournaments in the weekend, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Except during winter break. We just practiced during winter break, which kind of sucked. You get like maybe a week and a half off during that, but then you go back to campus and just wrestle, practice, usually 2 times a day, which is fun if you enjoy it. I enjoyed it, you know. I recommend wrestling in college if you're, you know, D3, D2, whatever. If you can get on the team, I made my best buddies at college from it. So, you know, college is a lot different. You wrestle some really good guys, but it's also really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. So, you know, yeah, if you don't have anything else you really want to do, and you know, I like D3, you just walk on to LEU where I wrestle. But it's fun. Most of the guys are pretty nice to you. I mean, like I said, I won 1 match both years, but nobody like disrespected me for that. They were just like, "You got it, Bret. You can do it." And then I remember when I did win the match, I think it was the end of sophomore year. I was wrestling a guy, and I won like 3-0. It wasn't an exciting match or anything, but it was my first win that year. The whole team's on a match over because it was exhibition off to the side. They're all in the middle of a dual meet, and I hear Bret. I see the guy walking onto the mat, wave and give me a thumbs up, and everyone else is like, "Yeah, Bret." And that was just exhibition, and I'm like, whew, tired, boys. Yeah.
See you,
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a lot different. The coaches, at least my coach, he tried to, you know, you form bad habits in high school that work. You know, some shots that you just take and, you know, you can end up finishing them, but they'll try to teach you, I guess, the statistically better moves. You know, they have higher percentage of finishes. They don't tire you out just to get, you know, a takedown. as much as other moves. And they'll drill a lot of these things, and they'll help you with it, and it was a good time. I'm not sure if I'm going back junior year just because I think I want to focus more on engineering and all that, because there are different teams up there for that, but I recommend it, even just to start out at college. It does help you out. You know, you'll put in a lot of work, but you'll hopefully stay in shape. You should. You'll meet guys, you'll have stuff to do on the weekend. So if you want to wrestle and you don't have anything else to do, I say go for it. You know, it's fun. It'll be a challenge. It'll be a lot different. Like, what grade are you guys in? How long have you been wrestling?
Those are the 3 freshmen.
Those are these are our 3 freshmen on this side.
But most of the time when you come in freshman year, how many meets have you guys had? Any?
We've had 3 tournaments so
3
far.
tournaments?
Yeah.
How have you guys done?
I've only wrestled at 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had sit out at 1 for weight, and then was on vacation for 1. Sat out 1 being sick, and then the other 2. Well, you had 1. You won 1 match, the 1, and then
2 at the Westfall and 1 at the.
2 at the first one, and then 1 at the second one at Logan. 3rd place, right? First tournament. 3rd, 5th, and then 2nd. And probably, as mean as it's gonna sound, probably the laziest wrestler in here.
You'll get that.
Thanks, Coach.
Has natural talent, but does not push hard enough. When he comes into a match, he'll turn it on,
Okay.
but he won't do it in here
That is a problem.
because it doesn't always
That's
work.
up to your teammates to push you. You and Garrett, yeah.
Yeah, the guys that are around that size, that group that was over there going live, those 3, 4 guys are the best choice for pushing each other in that side of the room.
That's a big thing. I remember you'll get tired during practice. I haven't wrestled in a few months, so I'm sure I did it today. But you know, you're wrestling in the beginning, you're like, well, but most of the time you're like, yeah, let's do this, let's go. You go for hard in the beginning, then you get kind of tired, you get lazy, and you know, so does your partner. You can't let that happen. You know, when they take a bad shot, you gotta show that they just took a bad shot. You can't let them get into the habit of shooting from outside or kind of just reaching like this and hoping for the best. You got to make them take good shots. So you got to sprawl. Even when you're drilling, I know drilling's kind of different. You know, you shoot them for like pick it up, but you got to keep your leg down if they're going for a shot. Make them have to pick it up and not just rip like I don't know.
Don't just give them
Like,
everything.
they got like there's good technique to lifting the leg up and finishing and all that stuff. You got to keep everything. Keep your form, I guess. Stance and all that. You got to come up strong, explosive. You can't just kind of mosey in, lift it up, and if they have your leg and they go like this slowly, don't fall. Hop around. Don't just let them move you to the ground like that. Make them hit a move.
It sounds really familiar. How many times do I tell you guys, don't just fall down for your partner over and over
That is
and
one of
over?
the worst things.
You're just making eye contact. That's why I looked at you. Because Dalton's over there half asleep. So is Blaine. They're dead.
What?
Yeah, I feel like they worked a lot.
They got a lot of extra rounds
We
out.
had a lot of
He did.
breaks.
Yes. After we went,
I went 6 times in a row.
Yeah, we crammed Blaine pretty hard today.
Which
But
he needs.
you
He's
got
flying warm-ups.
you went 5-0 this past weekend. You got a medal, first place for the first time.
Maybe has the belt.
You went undefeated.
I bet you really regret it.
You beat out the
I
rest of the
can't feel
team.
my left leg.
And
It's
now
all
it's
right.
time to start pushing and get you better than what you just did.
Are you recording?
Yes, I am. I've been recording this entire conversation.
I didn't realize that.
Because Bret came in and gave you guys 100% what I've said in the past, what I say almost every day in practice to different degrees. And those of you who have came close to college age or have thought about it, or the ones that have even left that went and didn't do it, or went and finished but didn't, finish the team, they went to college. The ones that dropped out before they started, before they even got a chance.
It's a really good thing I didn't cuss.
Those that have have the opportunity to go, that it's stuff you need to hear. Freshmen coming up that are brand new, high school, doing, mixed results. It gets better as you go. You can ask Garrett that.
Yeah, it starts off rough.
Garrett's,
Freshman year was so
I remember
bad.
Garrett's stance when he wrestled was like this. I swear, I can't round my back as much
I
as
was,
he
yeah,
did.
I like leaned forward.
he was like a cat, like a Halloween cat.
Sometimes it works.
That's how
He
Posey told
hung.
me to be.
He
Ozzy said be like a Halloween cat.
Yeah, and it
That's
was
what
a
I did.
horrible choice.
It was funny. I remember, but it worked sometimes because he's younger.
I remember I started every match off like this.
But we went from Garrett winning like 12 matches freshman
It
year.
was a complete flip round, 14-34 to 34-14.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
a literal complete back change. And we went to districts last year. We're going to end up going again this year at the rate we're going for sure.
I'm gonna try.
There's only really 2 guys that have been in this room in the past 4 years or so that I've been here that came in freshman year and had a freshman year like Garrett had a sophomore year, or like Bret had a senior year. And it's that's a rare
So you
thing.
guys know I was pretty bad. Freshman year I didn't wrestle much. I won 1 match. Sophomore year, maybe 10 matches. Junior year was probably more closer to 500 or 50-50 win loss. And senior year is where it really stepped up. Just because I started wrestling 8th grade, which is kind of late for depending. But yeah, it just kept getting better and better, which makes sense. I put in the work. I played football and did track too. So a big thing of that was lifting and getting stronger to where even if the guy I was wrestling was strong, if he wasn't a very good wrestler, just because he was strong, I could beat him because even if he was stronger than me, because I had more years, I could match his strength at least to where he couldn't just run into me and throw me.
Yeah, I remember his senior year, we were at home. Southeastern had a 220.
Oh, yeah.
It was a big, just stupid strong kid.
Fontaine or it was Andrew.
It was Andrew. And he didn't have a match because we didn't have anybody bigger than Bret. Bret was our 182, and we had nobody higher than that. And we're allowed to go up that little bit. So we
2 weight
bumped
classes
we bumped Bret up to 220 that day at home so he could get a match as a
He wore
senior.
your shoes,
He
too.
wore these very shoes that I have on right now. And Bret mopped the floor with him.
All he did was try and head it. The thing is, he won the conference.
He won the league that year. He was a 220 league champion that year.
No, he wasn't. Remember he wrestled the Westfall? Oh no.
No, not that year.
That was
That year he won.
I
It was the next year that he fell off and completely fell apart. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that last
that year
match.
that Bret wrestled him, he was a league champion, and Bret beat him 2 weight class difference
Yeah.
at home.
It was funny. I remember because my buddy Daniel Wall, he was just a band kid. One of my good friends from high school. He comes in like the next week. He's like, Bret, I didn't know you were so good at wrestling. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, my cousin was that Southeastern kid that you wrestled. And he's like, and you just kind of whooped him. I was like, oh, thanks, dude. 'Cause, I mean, you guys probably know how many people watch wrestling.
Yeah, especially in this area, we're
Yeah.
trying to change that.
School pep rally at least.
Did you?
Yeah, we
Wrestling?
had a pep rally in front of the whole school where we had basically an exhibition dual meet.
Got one kid out of it, Gabriel Moore.
Yeah, we had one new kid jump in, first year kid,
That's awesome.
sick. He's not here today, of course. Go figure that we talk about it. But we brought him. We got him out of doing it in front of the whole school.
Yeah, that's a big thing, guys. You don't need to be jerks about it, but like getting people to know, like, hey, join the wrestling team. Like you guys have 7, well,
We have
9,
10 when
10.
we're at our.
We got 10 at our full right
And how
now.
many weight classes are there?
14.
Yeah.
So we're
We're lacking on the heavy.
We need heavy kids.
we need big boys.
Big boys don't
Lots
want
of
to
big
join.
boys.
We don't really have big boys.
We have big boys at our school. They just want to go to football.
You got plenty of football kids that are big boys that would benefit from this,
I
but we
say Kobe,
Football players benefit from wrestling. Wrestlers benefit from lifting. I'd say work it together.
This whole side over here plays football.
yeah, literally these 3 that play football, 3-time district qualifier, state alternate, senior, district qualifier last year, complete flip around on the record, won the tournament last weekend, 5-0.
We all won this one.
And yeah, all 3 of these were first place medals last weekend. This side is the little guy group that's freshmen
I'm a
that
good
didn't play
football
football
player.
and
I
doesn't
didn't-
lift
I didn't
and
play
don't
this
do
year.
track and don't
They
do
don't
any
run
other
track.
sports.
I do other
Sports.
What do you do?
Baseball, golf, and marching.
Marching band is not a sport,
So
sir.
those are very technical, like specific sports, which it's fine. Golf is not going to help you wrestle. Marching band's not going to. But
Yeah.
wrestling's not going to help you do those. It's
Baseball, maybe just the short burst running is about the only benefit you're going to get out of that when it comes to this. It's fun. I'm not saying go
What about
good.
with me and Noah?
You come run with me and Noah.
You could go run.
Come run with me.
You could go lift.
if you could choose
lifting
anyone
will
around
help.
it,
Lifting helps with just about any sport, even golf.
Why not?
Lifting will help you with.
Yeah, I mean, like
golf.
Tiger Woods benched 300 pounds when he was in his prime.
Did he really?
Yeah.
If you have strength,
And he was like
you
the
drive
best golfer in the
car,
world.
it's a lot of technique. So
He
you
was
gotta work
he's
at
the
the
second
same
best
time,
golfer.
but being
Not when he was in his prime.
No,
I don't want to hear it. Don't start talking bad about Tiger. Don't start talking. I don't like golf, but don't talk bad about Tiger.
11 PGA Tours. I read it in a book today.
Just because you read a book, that's like reading on the internet. Anybody can publish a
It's a
book.
book. It's a published book. It's a book.
I can publish a book.
It's a
I
big
can
book
publish a
of
book.
facts.
I can publish a book. I can publish a book.
A big book of facts.
I can publish a book.
It said Tiger Woods has 7 consecutive.
Because it's the big book of facts, that means it's true. Okay,
I mean,
not true.
they're not
Okay,
gonna
back to the
publish a big book of
conversation.
facts if it's not true.
Coach, we
We're
got the same
okay.
thing.
Hold on. I got more questions for Brett now that I got him in the room for the first time in a long time.
Sorry.
He's getting an interview.
Do you feel that going into college freshman year, you were adequately prepared to wrestle at that level? Given the fact that the program was relatively new when you started.
So, to win matches, probably not, but that was different. That's a lot of a talent thing. I'll admit, I was never the most athletic or skilled guy. I was a lineman, in football, but, yeah.
And all the linemen that watch this video in the future will be super offended at that.
Hey, I'm serious. I couldn't catch a ball to save my life. I didn't have the skills, but working hard, I became a decent lineman. Even though I still never broke 200 pounds. But yeah, hard work is one of the biggest things. When you're at a small school, and you want to win matches, you got to work hard. That's the biggest ticket. Even in college, you got to work hard to win matches, and that's probably the best thing that prepared me. Now, did I have to relearn some stuff when I went to college? Yeah. Recondition, stuff like that. But that was mostly, I did track, I threw, so I was a little out of shape going into it. But the biggest thing was that I could compete strength-wise most of the time. But depending on your weight class, some guys would be strong, some guys would be technical. But I say I had to learn a lot. Like, there's a learning curve, but being in the room, high school, that helps a lot. Like, most guys, you can't just walk in freshman year and wrestle. We've had guys try and come in to wrestle at college and they'll last like a week. But guys that you do it through high school, like, you enjoy it, you like the hard work, and you do work hard. That's the biggest preparation thing I can think of. Now, like I said, there's a small school. You guys are thankfully kind of around each other's weight classes. I think I don't remember my senior year, we had, who was it? Me, Tyler, Dalton,
Drew, Evan.
playing.
I wrestled
You had-
with Bret all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the Wild West days where the middle school guys were allowed to wrestle with the high
That's
school
what
guys
it
a
was.
little
We
bit.
had middle school guys.
We had all of us in one room going after each other, trying to see who was close. It was basically you and me.
Yeah.
Size-wise, like we were the two biggest guys in the room.
I was 180. Or actually, I was 190 most of the year, and then finally I went to 182 just cause. But yeah, I was too big. But thankfully, like, you guys have guys around your weight class. That's a big thing, especially when you have this small school or it's such a small team. So you use that. You don't work each other. I guess your question back to being prepared. I'd say it helped prepare me definitely. Of course, I was a three-sport athlete, so I didn't wrestle all year round.
Right.
But it was a big thing, yeah. I'd say I was prepared to go. Win matches? No, that's different, especially as a freshman. But yeah, I don't know if that answered your question.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.